From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Cascade Paint & Supply is Redding's oldest family-owned paint store, established in 1953. We are the largest Dunn Edwards dealer in the nation, and most of our products are made in the U.S. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to answer your questions and help you today.
Well, if you're a big rodeo fan, don't forget to get your rodeo tickets. Go to readingrodeo.com. You can get your tickets there. You can also purchase your tickets from the box office. You can call them at area code 530-241-8559. This is next Wednesday, so a week from today will be the first rodeo event, and that will, of course, continue into the 18th. That would, of course, be next Saturday. So be sure to get your tickets now. And by the way, starting today on Coffee with Kruger, starting at 7 a.m., we'll be giving you some details on, well, that ticket giveaway, right? So be sure to check out Coffee with Kruger at 7 a.m. in the morning. And if you can't check it out live, you can check it out throughout the day by going to weathernorcal.com, click on the Coffee with Kruger section, and then watch that latest video, and you'll have the details to win free Reading Rodeo tickets. Be sure to check that out. All right, we got a wind advisory today, and that is going to be in effect all the way through tonight and into even a good portion, at least the first half of the day tomorrow. Warming trend the rest of the week with 90+ degree temperatures in the valley later this week. This will be the first time we've hit 90, and it's going to stick around for a while, it looks like. And I'm beginning to see chances for thunderstorms for some of the mountain locations here as we go into Sunday and into early next week. So a cold start to the day, although the winds have begun to pick up in the valley. That's keeping those temperatures up. But where we do have calmer winds, at least this morning, should make for some freezing temperatures. And of course, that's what you need to do to protect any of your plants, your pets, whatever it is that's sensitive to that cold, to those colder temperatures. Now again, it's windy in the valley. You can see temperatures not quite reaching that 80 degrees for most of us. I think we'll top out in the upper 70s. Temperatures are creeping up though, even for the higher elevations and along the coast as well. All, of course, under those mainly sunny skies throughout the day today. So again, let's talk about that wind advisory. Yesterday, that wind advisory is mainly just for the valley, but then the National Weather Service extended it out into the foothills, some of the mountains, and even into southern portions of Trinity County. Now, the winds are going to be quite gusty at times. So let's take a look at those winds here throughout the day today. We're going to take you into around the noon hour. There you can see 25, even 35 miles per hour. I think in the valley, upwards of 40 miles per hour a possibility here, even through the afternoon. Now, for some of the foothills in the mountains, I think we could even see gusts upwards of around 40, 45 miles per hour, maybe close to 50 as well. Now, winds this strong are kind of in that borderline where we could see the potential for some power outages. So just be aware of that. And of course, secure any of those loose objects as well. Now, you'll notice as we go into your Thursday morning, we're still seeing those gusty winds out there, even for the valley, not to mention the mountains east of the valley, and looks like a few patchy spots of some gusty winds even in the higher elevations to the west. But by Thursday afternoon, the winds do subside a bit, still a little breezy out there, and some gusty winds still coming in from the east for the eastern mountains. And then by Friday, those winds again start to subside a little bit here, but still a little breezy in some spots. So the main event is today and tonight, and then by tomorrow, of course, and going into the rest of the week, those winds should subside. Our attention then goes to the heat. Now, this is not a major heat wave. This is something a lot of us are used to, but since it's the first heat of the season, you've just got to be aware of that. So when you see the yellows and oranges, that's the minor to moderate. So it does impact a lot of people, but it's not until you start getting to the reds and the purples that really everyone needs to start thinking about how that heat can impact all of us. But again, our focus is going to go from those winds to the much warmer weather here by the weekend. Now, we do have an area of low pressure off to our west, high pressure down to our south and west. North and east, that is, right? But the difference between the two here, that is what's giving us those gusty winds here for today. We're kind of seeing those winds funnel between the area of high and low pressure. Now, as this ridge of high pressure builds, I've been talking about this the last few days, this will build northward. This will dig down to the south as they separate, and this actually weakens. We're going to be looking at those winds kind of relaxing as well by the end of the week. And then really the wind's no longer much of a factor going into the weekend. It's the heat that we've got to really contend with here. So for your Mother's Day weekend, First half in the mountains, I think you're dry. But by Sunday, I think the mountains could be looking at the potential for showers and thunderstorms. And I think even parts of Trinity County could see that as well. And that will continue into your Monday afternoon as well. Now, it's not indicating this, but I still think we have that chance going into Monday. And then by Tuesday of next week, most of it kind of shifts down to the south. And then we're looking at that high pressure kind of building in as we go into the beginning of next week, probably getting even warmer. But your wave heights today, yeah, they're pretty high out there, but they should show signs of getting weaker and lower wave heights by the time we get into Thursday. So with that said, with the high wave heights today, there is a gale warning for today. So just be aware of that if you need to be out on that small boat. Here's what it looks like for Trinity County today. There you can see those temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 70s, although as you head south, maybe a little bit cooler in the upper 60s, low 70s. It's dry through the weekend, although by Sunday, Monday, just a chance, not guaranteed. Most likely you'll stay dry on Sunday, Monday, but just something I'm watching and monitoring here closely. Taking a look at the North Coast forecast. There you can see those temperatures are increasing, but really overall we're going to see kind of a little spike here on Friday before we see another dip going into the weekend. Let's take you up north where we're going to be looking at those temperatures also increasing for the inland areas, and I think we could see some 90-degree readings by the end of the week and possibly even to the first half of the weekend before we see another dip in our temperatures early next week, but still very warm. 64 degrees out in Weed today, 73 degrees for Happy Camp. There's that chance for showers and thunderstorms come Sunday and possibly even to Monday of next week as well. 56 out towards Fort Bidwell, El Turris 58, 60 degrees out towards Tule Lake, and 56 degrees in Eagleville. Here's your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. Your temperature should mainly be in the 60s, 61 degrees for Susanville. Also that chance for thunderstorms for the second half of the weekend and into next Monday. Your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor. Temperatures are going to be hovering around the upper 70s. Some of us touching that 80-degree mark like Chico, the high of 81. But then look at the temperatures really starting to ramp up. We're in the low 90s by Friday, low to even mid-90s here for parts of the weekend. And look at next Tuesday. That's when we're really going to see a bigger spike in our temperatures. We head up north, and there you can see 77 for the city of Shasta Lake, as well as Lakehead, 78 for Anderson, and 79 out in Red Bluff. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. Upper 70s today, upper 80s by tomorrow, and then low 90s for Friday through the weekend, early next week for your Mother's Day weekend, looking pretty warm as well. And then Tuesday, even warmer with a high of 95 degrees.